Hello! So today I'm going to be doing a very quick March? What's wrong with me? Today I'm going to be doing a really quick May wrap-up because I only read 3 books, but I really wanted to talk about them in a wrap-up because all 3 books were fantastic and I really loved them. So the first book I read isn't at all a surprise because it came out this month. That's A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I'm sure you're sick of hearing about this because it's all anyone's talking about. But if everyone's talking about it, that means you should pick it up and read it because you should read this. I've been in a really bad book slump since like January, I think. And Lady Midnight helped pick me out of it a little bit, but I was still I didn't want to read. I wasn't reading at all. And then I read this. Oh my god. This book is very large and it wasn't enough. I needed more. And I'm so grateful to it because it got me out of my reading slump and I'm reading more. I want to read and I'm so happy about it. If you did not know, this is the sequel to Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is amazing as well. And her other series, Throne of Glass, is my favorite series in the entire world. So I was very excited to read this. I really did like ACOTAR, the first book, but I wasn't super in love with it. I don't really know why, I wasn't super in love with it. So I was excited to read this, but I wasn't dying to read it, but I was excited to pick it up. Oh my god. I liked this book. I loved this book. I loved this book more than I loved Heir of Fire. I hold every book in the Throne of Glass series to a very high standard, and I liked this more than one of those books. Oh my god. How many pages is this? It's huge. It's 600 something pages, and I think I read it in like 4 days. I never stopped reading this. I took it in the shower with me. It was complete and utter dedication because I just couldn't stop. I don't know how to express to you how much I loved this novel because it was a lot. It was a lot. Too much. Maybe a little too much. So I did only read 3 books, but honestly I'm pretty happy with that number because the past few months I've read maybe 1 or 2 books a month because I just haven't wanted to read. So I'm very happy that I have 3 books, and the next book I don't have in person. The next book I'm going to talk about I'm actually lending out, so I don't have it here with me. I'm sorry. Me Before You by Jojo Moyes. Wow, it's so great. It's so big. Oh my god. Yes, I did hear about this because of the movie. Yes, I did read it because of the movie. Yes, I'm a bit late to jump on this bandwagon. I meant to read this back in March, like right when they dropped the trailer. I wanted to read this. I never bought the book until, I don't know, sometime this month I bought it. And I loved it. I really loved it. I assumed it was just going to be kind of a lovey-dovey contemporary, you know, kind of lighthearted, even though I knew the ending because I got spoiled. I thought it kind of would just be a, little romance novel. Oh my god, I was so wrong. The thing I love most about this book is that it wasn't a romance novel. It's a romance novel, but it's not like a typical romance novel by any means. Like, the main character didn't just suddenly meet this other main character and then like this, they're like, oh my god, we should totally make out and date, and then something bad will happen to one of us. That's not what happened at all. It was amazing and it was heartfelt, and I had a bit of emotion at the end of it, and I am very excited to see the movie. I think I might film a movie review as well just because I'm very interested in seeing the two things side by side, and also because I am so utterly in love with Sam Claflin and Emilia Clarke that the fact that they're both in one movie is just insane. I'm so excited. If you actually don't know what it's about, it takes place in England, and we follow our main character Lou as she tries to pick up any sort of job she can to support her family. The only job she can get is one taking care of a quadriplegic man named, I almost said named Sam. That is the actor's name. Named Will Traynor, and they're a very unlikely match. They don't get along basically at all. And then it just kind of followed their story, and it's so good, and I really liked it. The last book I read this month is one I'm so happy I picked up because it was on a complete whim. I had never heard of it before, and I just ended up really loving it. That is Tell the Wolves I'm Home by Carol Rivka Brunt. I actually saw this at Costco, And it was really cheap, and the cover is really, really pretty. It was a cover buy, let's be honest. The back intrigued me a little bit, but I wasn't super in love with the summary, but I was like, I'll pick it up anyway. And I loved it. I love those books you pick up on a whim, and you don't really have any standards or expectations, and then it kind of just blows your mind, and you end up loving the story and falling in love with the characters. That's exactly what happened with this. I read this in maybe 2 or 3 days, so I mean, it's okay, because it's a decently sized book. This takes place in 1987, and it follows 14-year-old June Elvis. June's very best and only friend is her Uncle Finn. They're super, super close, and then one day he just dies, very suddenly, and June, having him being her only friend, has no idea what to do. She's basically thrust into this world without him, and then she meets one of his other friends. A friend that she had never known about, but who is the only other person who misses him as much as she does, and the kind of their story together as they go through the mourning process and try to go through their lives and learn how they're going to live without him. And it's so good. It's not the most extravagant writing, but I kind of appreciated that because there was still so much feeling in the book and in the characters, and I love June and I love so many of the characters, and I actually really recommend it. I think it's just a good thing to read. That is it for my May wrap-up. I hope you enjoyed it. It was just very quick, but I wanted to talk about these books because all the books I read this month I really, really enjoyed. So I like recommending books. It's fun. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Hopefully not in another month or two. I'm really bad at posting regularly. Okay, bye!